I'm a crook.
Consenting to represent my crimes.
Of signing my voice in rhyme, trying to keep this Nook alive.
I give consent to extend my presence, letting my heart heal.
I give consent to second the lesson, to share what I feel.
Ask me to open the chambers, request my consent to express.
Yes, I give my consent to preserve everything I've got left.
I accept the terms to turn this into a nurturing nook for us. I'll let you address what I've read in the poetry that surrounds us.
I give consent endlessly to breathe life into this space.
I give consent to treasure all our stories on the page.
I give consent that all press on, speak from truth and pain.
I give consent to stretch my depth into society's troubled veins.
I give consent to listen, to love, support, and smile.
I give consent to accept all our voices in their own respected styles.
Here I claim my name, Myra Tungatarova.
As a voice of poetry.
I give consent to let a Nook for Rhyme Crooks 2
set
us
free.
Every time there's a Nook, and I think it's because this is the only place that I know I can write and share my writing and also be vulnerable and open with people. So I usually try and go because not only do I get to see people outside of school and academia, but I can also just be myself.
It's been a great place just to build another community. It's just another way for us to bond on another level, so that's been nice. Beyond that, I used to be a writer, stopped probably 5 years ago or so, and because of this, it's helped inspire me to write again, and working on something that I felt has needed to come out for a long time, and it's given me that inspiration to pursue that, so that's good.
Well, it kind of motivated me to get back into performing poetry in theater. So I didn't want to do anything that time, but for open mic night, I was able to do some poetry.
Awesome. So I started coming to Nook this semester, and since coming, I've been very inspired to start writing myself. And one of the reasons I keep coming is because I enjoy the atmosphere and what I see people in a different way than I haven't had the opportunity to see them. And I feel like being part of the audience is great. It's
been great. I think that it's been really a chance for me to experience what I envisioned SIT being. I think that before coming to SIT, I had really expected that we were going to have a lot more spaces for creative expression and to share our thoughts and stuff. And I really have not found that to be the case, whether it's in my classes or otherwise. So I think that Nook has been just like this magical space that has allowed for a lot of that. And the creative outlet has just been great.
It's given me a creative outlet, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's made me feel more involved. It's kind of an informal gathering, which I think is really nice because sometimes when an organization is really structured, it can kind of suffocate the creativity, but that's not a case with a Nook for Rhyme Crooks.
Going up to perform poetry, even if it's not your own, there's a vulnerability about it to go up, and to make that safe space is really difficult sometimes. Even if those people are friendly, you might not feel like you yourself could do it. And so being able to go through that process and putting yourself out there for the judgment of others, whether or not that's a true judgment, and then receiving positive feedback and kind of reinforcing that as a group definitely helps connect everyone.
And then I ended up going to one of the Nook for Crooks, and then I kept going and I started sharing a lot, and that has helped me mentally a lot. it was good for me to be able to share, and it kind of, and like my depression and anxiety actually kind of went down a lot. So when I was able to share, it was really helpful, I guess, just to get it off my chest. So that was very impactful in that sense, that I started like talking to people. I started not to want to sit by myself every day at lunch, and I just felt more comfortable reaching out to people as well.
Well, it gives you an outlet to kind of express things that you wouldn't necessarily normally express in just like a one-on-one setting or just like in a communal setting. It gives you that comfort level to really go to a place that you're not always comfortable going to. So I think you need that to get beyond some of the superficial boundaries that start when you try to build a community. It's very one level, so to build real relationships, you got to really dig and get there, and this place allows you to do that. So
I think that it's extremely important. I think that, especially when you're thinking about people who identify with marginalized groups, I know that I can speak about myself as a woman. I feel like creative expression, whether it's poetry or storytelling or art, I think that it really gives people who may not have a voice otherwise permission to be able to share what they think and feel. And I think that another really vital part of that is that it is a safe space, and that it's a space without judgment.
I don't think that my personal relationship with creative expression or exchange has changed necessarily, but I think my valuing of what creative expression can be for people was enhanced. I think that seeing it and seeing how positive people were after they presented, and the reactions of people watching each other present, and how for people that can be really powerful, that was highlighted for me.
I think that allowing a space for people to be creative is so important, because it creates a tighter bond with people. It's almost like if you do something out of the ordinary, and I also do something out of my ordinary, and we come together and we do it together, then we're both in this. We're in some spot together, and that spot doesn't have to be recreated, but we've both been in that spot. And so I think just being able to be creative in whichever way you feel you are creative, because everybody is. Finding those little nooks around with a one-on-one experience, and it builds up and builds the community. So.
And I really was impressed by, even from the first meetings, that it was a really good place where students could share their stories, poems, essays, and I found it's like a sacred place where people can come and talk about what they really care about.
I think any form of art, creative expression included, brings community together, because that's just something that is part of being a human being. Singing, music, one thing. Like if you hear music, like even if you don't play an instrument or sing, you're attracted to it. You want to go experience to see what people are doing, or what are they trying to convey through their music. Same with art, be it drawing, writing, or speaking. Same thing. Like people we're just naturally attracted as human beings to what other people have in them. So I think in doing that, like you're sharing at essence what all of us are. Like all of us have that at our inside of us. Like it helps people understand things a little bit better. So I think it really brings people together. So yeah.
I think creative works are essential for the pursuit of truth in general. Some people pigeonhole work of expression as merely political or merely social critique, but I think creativity is about the pursuit for truth and trying to discover the truth and what the truth is, since it's a poetic form of expression in most cases. So for me, it's about, it builds community in the process of doing that, because you're discovering as a community the answer to the question, what is truth?
As the mainstream masses hack away at the roots, certain tribes and clans crack their hands to prove that They use words to bring purpose, delivered in verses, burst wise blurbs as is hip-hop we worship. On the surface we work, we grind and we dig, but once you enter the Nook, yo, our priority is ink. This joint here is to preserve a lost ancient art, where the pen bends all lessons as we teach with each mark. This is a duty call for all slippery lyricists and quick-spitting beatboxers, bold-inked warrior poets and wise freestyling doctors, operated by chopping blocks of bass with bars that give birth, switching bitchin' verbs with whispers that'll quake your earth. We come to work in a world of wordsmiths roam free, where both spoken poetry is a form of speech graffiti. Hear my fat words swallow fear and press a presence upon you. Notice my voice and my choice to turn up the volume. This is the grand ball for mad hatters, jesters and dreamers, for prophets and fools, geniuses and schemers. But beneath the surface of words and labels and terms lies a truth so powerful it makes our pages burn, which is earned by preserving this culture to write. Ink be our blood as words be our life. So tonight we rise together and around we take a look. Ladies and gents, welcome to a Nook for Rhyme Crooks.
Come in, my dear, from that harsh world that has rained elements of stone upon your tender face. Every soul should receive a toast from us for bravery.
I bless the night that nourished my heart, to set the ghosts of longing free into the flow and figure of dream that went to harvest from the dark, bread for the hunger no one sees.
For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Wash daily from nose tip to tail tip. Drink deeply, but never too deep. And remember, the night is for hunting, and forget not, the day is for sleep. The jackal may follow the tiger, but cub, when thy whiskers are grown, remember, the wolf is a hunter. Go forth and get food on thy own.
Retire to the wooded haven, watch this hapless chaos cease. Observing silence, awaiting prayer, let all of this bring you to peace.
But she's always there waiting with her special spaces. I've made a home in so many places, like right here in this little nook, where we layer poem upon poem, brick upon brick. We grow ideas and make words come to life. Please sit, write, and enjoy this evening as long as you'd like. Welcome home.
Like the violet fungus or thin weeds and the vines in the trees, a rhyme that needs speech must erupt past my teeth. And a rhyme that needs speech must spread love for free. And a rhyme that spreads love, well then that's just good enough for me.
Kazakhstani queen, what would we do without you? You lead us. You lead us with hope. Pronounce your name slowly. Encompass all its wisdom. Tungatarova.
Владей собой среди толпы сметенной, тебя клянущий за смятение всех. Ведь сам себя наперекор вселенной, и маловерный отпусти грех. Пусть час не пробил, жди не уставая, пусть лгут лжецы, не снисходи до них, умей прощать, и не, кажись, прощая, великодушней и мудрее других.
Am I supposed to rip it all apart, to rebuild myself? Something keeps me chained, though the instinct tries to rebel. My inner gut roars, so loud. Thank you.
He was just 22. He was younger than me, but I always respect him, and I cannot do anything for him, but at least I want to describe my feeling about him and also the beauty of the nature, the coming spring. So it's very, very simple, but I wrote his name is Hiroki, so I dedicate this for Hiroki. 鳥の群れ、春のささやき、雨涙. And this means, you know, now I enjoy so much about the birds singing, and until 4 days ago I was, you know, just happiness, and you know, I enjoyed if the spring, you know, was like breathing to me, and but suddenly when I got to know the news, at that day was raining, so like my emotion was a little bit like similar to raining and tears, but I wish him because in a Buddhist philosophy, I believe, you know, he goes to the same world as Buddha, then yeah, I will make sure I will live for him. Thank you.
He wrote this poem not in the middle of the excitement and the passion of revolution, but when this moment came and he looked back and he realized that all what we've been through is not paying that fruitful outcome we dreamt of.
أنا الوردة اللي بتشوه جمال صورتك. أنا الواد اللي بيخونك وبيحافظ على غيرتك. أنا الدمعة اللي مش قابلة عليكي تهون. أنا المحبط، ولو أحبط هسلم نفسي قبل ما أخون. أكون رجلك ومش عارف أبوس إيدك، فحاول أكون، ولو عايزة سبب للخزي أديكي 200.
Imamo mina ko jagoda, pune orance. Ali neće, brati, urod oni što su pravili sadnice. Bole nas kite, imamo resursa više, pogotovo metala, govana, metana. To je naš zrak i hrana. S tim nas vođe hrane. Ne znam za vas, ja sam sit, u mene više nestane. Svako kurac u državi puši i zatvara uši. Pred nepoznatim ljudima držim jezik za zubima. Da li selam, zdravo, Bog, kako je pravo? Ne znam više šta da kažem, u sranj da se ne nađem. Bace u uho bubu, sviraju ratnu trubu. Ljude drugčijeg pogleda imaju na zubu, a da im isprave pogled poslaće jedan odred, da im zapaljenu kuću gledaju kroz dvogled. Al nema ratne nevjere što može uništiti temelj, onaj korijen kuće u kojim su naše duše. Onu burmu i lanac što už temelj baci bosanac. Kad kuću pravi, u temelj dio sebe stavi. Struši do temelja ne ide. Temelj on će ostati vječan ko Sava. Mater vam jebim.
I like hard prepositions when they are loud in soft phrasal verbs like get up, stand up, shake off, wake up.
The sight of an endless ocean and the azure waves crashing against the rocks and the soothing quiet is something that I feel is all mine. Maybe next time I'll take someone with me to see if they will feel the same way.
Even the sunlight. Even the spring rain.
不，这些都还不够。
No, all these are not enough.
我必须是你近旁的一株木棉。
I must be a seabud tree beside you.
作为树的形象和你站在一起。
Be the image of a tree standing together with you.
根紧握在地下，
Our roots entwined underground.
叶相触在云里。
Our leaves touching in the clouds.
每一阵风过，
With each gust of wind,
我们都互相致意。
we greet each other.
Because we are drunk in that freedom, and we melt their stares into a standing ovation. Imagine we're standing in a sea of smiling faces, even when we're not. And when we're not, we just start digging and digging into each other's eyes, and we say, baby, ain't nothing gonna stop this tonight. Because tonight, this world is broken, and we are the only things that will keep it together.
So speak your peace into existence, admittance to yourself that your words have power. Shower, release, unleash the story within. And I don't just mean speak with words, syllables, letters, unfettered and fluttering like birds bursting from a cage. Yes, speech can be power. Full and profound, the sound can lift up spirits near it and far away. But that may not be for you right now, or even in a little while, and that's okay.
My quietness doesn't mean I'm not passionate or intelligent or curious about the world. It doesn't mean that I don't enjoy parties or public speaking or don't know how to flirt. It just means that I prefer to weigh my words out with measuring spoons. so as not to use a granule more than is necessary, because I learned not to waste what's precious. 9, just because I'm quiet doesn't mean I have nothing to say.
Woohoo! May I have the courage today to live the life that I would love, to postpone my dream no longer, but do at last what I came here for, and waste my heart on fear no more.
My fears, they keep me up when I'm awake. My fears, they put my courage to sleep, yes they do. My fears, they keep me up when I'm awake. My fears, they put my courage to sleep. My fears, they keep me up when I'm awake. My fears, they put my courage to sleep.
But as I shake in desperation, I'm faced with embracing my fears, knowing they've been growing with adaptation for thousands of years. A real soul, seeking healing to taste when my pain's washed away, create change and make encourage my education's pathway. Today my fears can be here to steer my heart to shatter lies and realize it's beyond my eyes and that they come from the inside. Ignite my tried and true treks through life to find the key to my dreams. Awoken my deep soul to seek the courage to put my fears to sleep.
My fears won't keep me up when I'm awake, no. My fears won't put my courage to sleep, no they won't. My fears won't keep me up when I'm awake. My fears won't put my courage to sleep, yes. My fears won't keep me up when I'm awake. My fears won't put my courage to sleep. Won't put my courage to sleep, no. My courage won't weep, 'cause my courage will keep.
My people are full of questions, never satisfied with first impressions or yes or no answers. Advancers of accountability, they see room for improvement, movement, evolution, revolution in any and every institution, searching diligently for the solutions to life's most complicated problems. My people are imperfect and a bit of a mess, sometimes letting the stress of life get them far from their best, but never down for long. My people are strong. And even if they don't always feel it or reveal it, my people hurt and bleed. Too full of compassion to be freed from the pain that comes from loving someone or something so much that just a soft touch or word can bring on the waterworks. My people feel, and they feel deeply. From the tips of their toes, deep breaths through their nose, the emotion flows from their innermost parts where it imparts wisdom and direction. My people are of the dirt. Mud cakes their knuckles, fingernails, trails from their boots, molds around their soles, holds their bare toes. My people don't shy away from what others may say is too messy or raw or unrefined. They are defined by digging deep down into the ground, knowing that from the earth all life is birth. My people put in work. My people are ones who know the struggle, exist in the struggle, resist in the struggle, whether it's theirs to juggle or in someone else's bubble. My people know that the fight is never just ours or yours or theirs to bear alone. The struggle is our own. It may look different for me than it does for you or those two. It doesn't really matter who, because we're all in this together to weather the storms of the system that we exist in, fully cognizant that simply having good intent does not mean the outcome may not get bent or cause harm. That's when we ring the alarm of accountability and honesty, and honestly, it comes from a place of love, knowing that the work goes above and beyond what any one person may do. It's not just about me, it's not just about you. It's about coming together to form us. So when I'm talking about my people and all the things we may be capable of doing and being, I'm looking around among all of you, and it's my people I'm seeing.
Yeah! Tink.
It was a great experience. I
originally came from the jazz and the tea, which was really good. In the beginning, before rhymes with crooks and nooks and hooks or whatever started, it was, you know, jazz, and Ty made some tea, so I came for the tea.
It's a swear word, the title of the song.
It's okay.
You've already cursed.
It's a very popular swear word in Bosnian and literally means fuck your mother. It's very effective.
Ah, my finger! Thank you so much, Myra. Thank you so much.
Bare necessities. Yes?
Keep it as a blooper.
Yeah. Banana.